anything.
Oh, the whole experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I said, you need to leave.
oh no.
You need to leave. And she's like, why? And I said, you know why. And she got mad. And I said, get your stuff and get out of my house.
That's scary.
That...
Oh,
If-
dude, if that had
if-
happened to me, I wouldn't know what to do, dude.
if I weren't as quick on my feet as I am, and able to, like, see that happening, that could have ruined my life.
Easily.
And I know people that's happened to.
I'm sure it happens to a lot of people.
But, again,
Both ways.
the male gender has created a stigma for themselves.
To be put in that position
Yeah.
easily. I mean, you go to take it to court. I mean, I've seen some people, they go to court for something, and it's very, very easy to assume because of a generalization of somebody based on any kind of characteristic about them that they obviously did it. Like in a court, like a judge might be quicker to be like, she accused you of rape, right? That it's easier to say, yeah, he did it because men do that. And there's not a defense for it.
Yeah. That's, God damn it, what's that word? That's discrimination, actually.
It is. I mean,
But it's just not happening to...
I know people who use that to get out of jury duty, too, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you, when you go into jury duty, I haven't actually ever been called. I don't know why I haven't been ever called.
I've had to fill something out, and they're like, fill this out and come for, like, a screening or something, and I was like, nah.
And they don't, for some reasons, they don't want you because you're not open-minded enough, or people, I know, like, my dad will intentionally say some things to make it sound like he can't be in jury duty because he's so opinionated in the wrong way. And he'll do it on purpose to avoid. So he can go in and be like, oh, it was a guy that did it? He did it. Like, if somebody says that...
Randomly shout, guilty!
Yeah, exactly. So they don't want to have you there. Because they want to keep you on an open-minded term and being judged by your peers.
So tell them to cut out the middleman and just don't go, because it worked for me.
I just said you weren't going.
Actually, you know what? I kind of would like the time off work.
Yeah, and you just, on a good case, it would be cool too. Like,
I gotta tell you, nothing's more fun than listening to a good defense lawyer. And you're just like, how do you live with how full of shit you are? Not every case, but there's some cases where you try to paint...
Are like, and I feel like you have
paint
to find
the victims as the bad guys.
Yeah, and you gotta find a lawyer that believes in you, too. And if there's not a lawyer that believes in you and what you're saying, it might be really hard to find a criminal lawyer, a criminal defense lawyer. You might be just appointed one by...
If that were the case, people who were obviously guilty would never get a lawyer.
No.
Well, everyone has their own version of the truth, I guess. Speaking of rape... Nico, tell us about this Reddit Gifts thing. I know you got this Reddit Gifts promotion you want to plug. Tell everybody about that.
Yeah, so, totally promotion. It feels like more like a public announcement right now, just because I know Halloween just ended. I'm going to be the first person to start talking about Christmas. So, there is a thing going on right now through Reddit, which is an awesome community for some of it. Some of it gets a little... dark.
Savage.
Yeah, like they're no sleep. But that's a lot of writing and stuff. But anyways, Reddit Gifts is a thing where they are connecting people through an internet community to have a secret Santa, which is going to be really cool to find out what happens and, maybe what I get from somebody else and what I could get for somebody else. I mean, finding a meaningful gift, it doesn't matter how much it costs. It's finding something that really hits somebody the right way. And so, this Reddit Gifts, it asks for a few questions about yourself to, give some information about yourself, and it'll match you with somebody here, and then, it's Christmas. It's about giving, and, you do receive some awesome stuff. But I mean, it is about giving. So I would recommend anybody to do it. It's just redditgifts.com, and you can take a look at it, especially if you're a Reddit user, and check it out.
Even if you're not a Reddit user, that sounds like a lot of fun. I know for myself, it's probably not going to be in the typical way of sending someone a special gift. I kind of want to sign up to send someone a what the fuck gift, like I don't know, like a deer head or something.
Just put that in the mail.
Yeah, or like a box of my toenail clippings. Yeah.
That's a nice gift to get on.
I'll save that for Valentine's Day.
It's always about giving, not receiving.
Yeah. So, check that out. RedditGifts.com. God damn, I should get paid to do this.
I know, we could just get a sponsor here.
I looked that up, actually, and I don't have enough followers for that. So, yeah.
So, Alan, on
Yeah.
to the next thing. What I was thinking was, this is the first time I've been on a podcast or in front of a microphone like this before. For me, it's a lot different. I'm sure when you first started doing this, it was probably a little different. It's probably easier to articulate your thoughts and flow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Yeah, for me, it's, like I said, I find it easier to write and articulate it that way rather than speaking it. And it's one of those things, and I feel like there's a lot of other people out there, it's always, you have these thoughts and things you want to say, right? And it's not always easy to articulate them the way that you mean, very fluidly. And so for me right now, first podcast with you, and hey, high five, brother.
Yeah.
Woo!
Fuck yeah.
So, it's definitely been different for me.
Popping the podcast cherry. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. It's definitely been one of those. But no, it's just, maybe this is me talking to myself on this one too, because it helps me. And I know there's going to be a lot of other people, when you have these thoughts and things that you want to say to people, right? It's always really important to do that, right? Or else you get kind of caged up in your own thoughts and in yourself and what you mean to say and what you didn't say. And nobody dies regretting saying something that they mean to say.
Yeah.
They die regretting not saying the things they meant to say to people they cared about or people they met. Like I've been on a subway, right? And I've sat next to somebody and I go, they have a cool shirt on or something, right? And I want to say something to them, or they're really hot, awesome. But I should say something to them, but I'm going to regret not saying it rather than actually saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
they'll appreciate your ballsiness.
Yeah, and exactly. And then with the mental thing, right? Is it because you're not doing something, or is it because you are doing something? And I'd rather move on remembering to do things, not do them. And that's a more recent thing that's been going on, but it's
other people have a hard time with that. They'll understand. As long as you
I see other people being
chances.
I see other people being more taking chances and being more forward. I respect it a lot.
That's why it works.
And then when I don't do it, I'm not getting that kind of respect from just being outgoing, being myself. And, I love punk rock music because they're just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's no question to it. There's no anything. It's just, you're out there doing it. And, I'll see a guy skateboarding by himself, hanging out, and I respect the shit out of that dude. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, you're freestyling right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is, I did want to say something about that, though, because it's hard sometimes when you start growing up and moving places and being on your own, and maybe you don't have somebody else to talk to, and so a lot of things get internalized, and it's really important to take those chances. And maybe you bump into somebody and you really want to say something to them, you should just do it. And that's something I need to learn too. It's advice for myself, and I feel like all of us do sometimes, for sure. Feel like you need to say something, and it's important to do it and take that chance.
Well, you're off to a good start. You know how many people are going to hear this? thousands.
Thousands.
I'm just kidding. That's some great advice from Nico.
That was the crowd roaring.
Actually, Nico, if I hadn't followed that advice...
Sorry. My name's Shep.
Oh, fuck. I killed the gimmick.
Oh, shit. We let that one fall through. Anyways, that's a good time for it, too.
I feel like people
reveal
knew.
my name.
Yeah. I can't edit that out either.
Oh, well.
Or me explaining that.
Yeah, that's my pseudonym.
But, that's good advice, Nico, because we wouldn't be sitting here doing this.
If we hadn't taken chance.
Yeah.
With
So,
new people.
Something for you guys to think about. We're going to go ahead and end this with a song. And...
But either way, hey, before you... go ahead.
Oh, yeah, Nico, tell him.
Yeah, so it's definitely awesome being here on Pulp Diction. Small world, man.
Yeah.
It's good to know you, Alan.
Well, it's good to have you. It won't be the last time. And Nico, I'm going to play a song here. And I'm a big fan of this song. And the people listening are going to be a big fan of this song. And maybe you've heard it before, maybe you haven't. But I'm going to go ahead and cue it up right now. This is She Loves Me by Descendants. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, maybe once or twice. I heard it plenty of times, and that's
Well,
kind of what I'm getting at with a lot of the things that I meant to say, and what I'm below the skin.
Well, you're going to hear it again. Here it is. She Loves Me by Descendants.